Hi, I'm Peter Knight. I want to talk this morning about 3 really common errors that I see with pitching. And now these things apply equally to your chip shots as well. The first is swing path. So as the club moves back and through, watching from down the line there, when I'm playing a little shot, the path of the club sort of swings up and around behind me and then down and forward and around again. When the club swings back, a very, very common error is that players will swing the club too much behind their body. When I do that, the club's going to approach the ball on quite a shallow angle, and it's also moving a little bit to the right of the target. Now, when it approaches on a very shallow angle, it's quite easy for me to hit the ground before I get to the ball or catch the ball quite thin. So even though I've got a lofted club and I want to get the ball up into the air, I still need to catch it with a descending blow. So one thought that you can have, particularly if you notice that you're hitting those types of shots, or if you've recorded your swing and you notice that your swing path is moving around your body too much, let's have a look at the path that the club should be following. So from address here, if you imagine like an extension of the shaft here, and as the club goes back, imagine the shaft sitting on a board, and as the club swings back, it's sliding flat against the board that it started off sitting against. So it doesn't crash through the board swinging behind me, nor does it swing out away from the board, it stays on the board. Now, if you happen to be one of those players that does swing the club behind you too much, then have the feeling that the club head stays slightly off the board as it goes back. So that means that as the club swings back, rather than the club swinging in here, or on an ideal path, it actually feels like the club head is slightly off the board there. So the club's a little bit steeper path going back than what it was before. That's the first thing to keep an eye on. So first is path. The second thing is overactivity with the hands in the shot. And what that'll do is that'll cause the body movement to stall. And it may be that you think the body shouldn't move during these shots, but actually it should. So second point is the body needs to keep moving. Now we need to think about how that actually works. In a full swing, my lower body's leading my upper body, which leads the arms, and finally the club comes in. So these shorter shots, my body's still moving, but it's moving a bit differently to what it does with a full swing. So with these short shots, as the club swings down and through, my arms and the club are falling or swinging into impact, and my body's unlocked and moving with that. Now, just to give you an idea of how that works, is that if I was going to toss a ball just a short distance, I wouldn't toss it without my body moving. My body would move with the throw. Now, I'm not thinking about moving my body, but if I'm tossing a ball, it will definitely move. And I need to take that same thinking into my pitch shots and my chip shots. So when I'm swinging back and through, my unlocked body is moving with the club, almost moving simultaneously. But at the same time, if I feel like it's an unlocked movement, then the movement will flow. So if I'm just playing this little shot here, if you watch when I play this shot, as the club swings back and through, my body is definitely going to move. So there's no locked movement in that. And the third and final thing that I see very, very commonly is players over-accelerating the club coming into impact. Now, if I make a slow swing, so from here, the club going back and through, the club was accelerating but at a very slow rate. If I make another swing, my club moved faster, it was accelerating at a faster rate, but the key thing is they were both accelerating. Now, the challenge that a lot of players face is that they'll make swings where the backswing might be either too short or even too slow, and then they try and get the club to move really quickly into impact. It disrupts the flow of the motion and allows the club to catch different parts of the ground as it swings through. Now, one way to break that habit is If I'm practicing, I might make a backswing that I feel is a little bit longer than what I think is necessary. So from there, as the club swings down, I'm in no hurry to swing the club through. Now, you probably won't decelerate, even if you have the fear that you're going to decelerate when you do that. You probably won't. Deceleration is actually the club slowing down. I very rarely see it, even though most players will say, that's what I did when I hit a poor shot. It's very rare. So if I make a swing a little bit longer than what I think is necessary for a little pitch up onto the green here, and then really just take it smoothly coming down, then I can get the club moving nicely. So it's accelerating, but at a more gradual rate, rather than swinging it back and then suddenly trying to use my hands or my arms. And even in demonstrating that, I can feel this tension created through my arms and in my hands to do that. So note the softness in arms and hands when you're playing these shots. Keep the motion smooth. Allow your unlocked body to create a flowing motion, and then let's have the club swinging on a good path. So let's play one more. So we'll put all those three things together. Flowing motion, nice and soft and smooth, good path, and again, another good shot. When I'm making good contact playing those shots, the ball is going to spin at its optimal. These shots, I'm not hitting them very hard, so the ball's not going to stop and check quickly. If I use a more lofted club, it'll fly higher and land a little bit softer. So don't expect the ball's going to stop suddenly with these short shots, but still making good contact with those is going to increase your confidence, get the ball nearer the hole, and you'll be having many more one putts if you haven't already holed that chip or pitch.